Hello.
How's everybody doing out there? We just, Joseph and I wanted to come on here today to say hello and talk about our first anniversary we just surpassed. And most importantly, we'd like to thank our valued clients um, that have helped push us to keep moving forward with this business that we enjoy doing together so much. Um, We've had a lot of good times, some amazing adventures, met great people, and we really have a labor of love for this business that we've started. Things have really evolved nicely, and we're very thankful to everybody in the community and all of our valued customers. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
And
March 5th, that was the official date since we registered the name of the business. So we're, like Mike said, very thankful. Had lots of great times, lots of great memories. We're just going to share a little bit about that today. Mike, what specifically do you want to start talking about in a little bit more detail?
so we got some big things coming this year, as any business that tries to grow and flourish, you have to keep moving forward towards your goal. We always wanted to have our auction set up. We've had a couple modest auctions, just as more so trials, and one of our valued customers wanted us to donate some of their items, so we thought we'd put it on an auction, and it worked out okay. The site works great, and it's just we didn't have a lot of people bidding on said items. So that's what we want to do in this year, as well as concentrating with the moving. We'd like to push forward with our auctions and try to build up a little more excitement and awareness for that portion of our business.
Mm-hmm.
So just recently, on our day of anniversary, we started a new auction. We have a game plan to start out with small five item auctions. So and have many of them just to create some more awareness and get our name out there a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these auctions are they're great. We feel a lot of people could use this service, and you know, once they're working well, it's fun for everybody. People have fun. I personally use auctions myself. I enjoy getting a great deal on them and finding super rare items that you know you couldn't stumble across on a in a storefront or something like that. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Part of the terms of service say that the owners and our immediate family can't bid on the items for resale, but we can bid on them for our own personal usage. The reason I bring that up is because I plan to call a lot of the local hawk shops and sort of ask them the value of some of these items if someone were to bring them in. And I'm even going to post that publicly and be like, I talked to this hawk shop. They said they'd give you this amount for it, but you got to buy it because I can't legally buy that. So, for instance, we have 97 CDs on our auction right now, still only priced at $1 at this current moment of filming on March 9th. There's a week and a bit to go in that auction, but I think somebody somewhere really would love to get 97 CDs, and I think they could really value that in their lives and with a little bit of economic wellness as well.
yeah, these CDs, the first auction here, they're out of my collection of stuff. So we wanted to, you know, as sort of a test pilot, use our stuff to make sure that we build up a little excitement towards the auction before we can put a you know a client stuff on there to make sure that they're going to get the value for their items. The way our auctions are currently set up, we start everything at $1. So we want to make sure that we have a good amount of awareness and traction for our site so people can get what their items are worth out of, you know. Um, but everything that said, everything starts from somewhere, and we thought we'd start with a bunch of little auctions of my stuff or Joseph's stuff, and then build up some awareness and excitement that way, and you know, with a little bit of a safety net underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, the sky is the limit. Where we really aim to have a beautiful running auction for everybody in the communities and the surrounding areas to enjoy and to have fun using and get some great things.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's wonderful too, to make sure things don't end up going to the dump. Obviously, these items are a little bit more valuable than items that would go to the dump. They're more like items that, might get donated here and there to different causes and stuff like that. But some of them are more valuable, and it's wonderful to find people that are going to value those items as highly as possible, and that's really what auctions are all about, finding who wants it the most. And that's really important to us. I've been in this industry for a few years, and the amount of quality items that end up at the dump, unfortunately, due to the logistics of a client or otherwise, it's a little concerning sometimes. So it's nice to do our part to help recycle items into the best home, best usage possible.
100%. We really aim to stay away from the dump the best we can. We do a lot of donations. A lot of the family groups around here, Barrie. Um, that's also our first line of defense for any of these items that clients are no longer in need of or working for them. So, just to let everybody know, it's very important for us to get these items into good homes and being used the way they should be used when they still have lots of life left on them. Nothing worse than having to throw something in the dump that's got some value left and someone can enjoy. So we really try our hardest to utilize these secondhand stores and now our auctions, and yeah, it's a big thing for us to keep those things out of the dump.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just a couple more little segments we had in mind here. So, starting off with, I had an idea of what was your favorite move, just to give you a little time to think about that.
Okay.
I'll answer the question first. The most enjoyable move, the one that stands out for me most, and there's lots of ones that I really had a great time with, but the one that stands out most for me is we did a move for our friends up to Elliott Lake, and we had a large group helping us on the load, and a large percentage of the friends came up and helped us with the offload as well. Obviously, being the movers, we did the bulk of the organizing and the heavy items, but it was so wonderful to work with that family dynamic. And then when we were up there, we stayed overnight with some of our friends at a hotel, had a good, enjoyable evening, a lovely breakfast. The weather was gorgeous. It was a beautiful drive. The one to Manitoulin as well. That was really enjoyable. But my favorite, I have to say, was the Elliott Lake one. The ones out east were also a lot of fun. And
A lot of many good adventures.
so many. Is there a
That's
move?
one of the greatest things about this business that we're in here. We get to see so many beautiful places, and yeah, the drives are long and the moves are tough sometimes, but we get them done, and we get them done with expertise, and we see some beautiful places that we normally wouldn't see, and it's kind of like a perk of the business.
For sure. There's definitely some nice perks, no
Yeah.
doubt about it. So the question comes to you, Mike. Is there a move that you particularly enjoyed out of all the ones we did?
Out of all of them, that stands out the most would have been really, it was monumental for us. It was our first long distance move with good friends of ours. We moved them out of Horseshoe into Seaside, New Brunswick. And there was a couple stumbling stones along the way, but we dealt with them professionally and with our hearts, and we got the move done, thankfully, with precision. And we were a day late on the delivery, but we really got through some stumbling stones. We'll leave it at that. But it was for our good friend Mel and Anthony, and it was great because once we got there, we unloaded everything. It was a beautiful sunny summer day, and they bought a beautiful brand new home on the ocean in Seaside, New Brunswick, on 5 acres. So because they're friends of ours, it was pleasant to see them, and they were so excited to get there, for us to get there. Everything's safe and sound. We got everything into the house, and I remember once we put down those last items, we headed right for the ocean, took a swim in the ocean, and our dear friend Melanie, she made us a beautiful lobster dinner, and we enjoyed a half glass of wine and a half hour to sit and just enjoy the fruits of our labor and the loving embrace of our to see our good friends that have moved safely out there. It's a big undertaking moving from a far place to, with no friends and no family around, and they did it all with a smile, and we got there safe. Not a item was damaged,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it was just a big time for us, and it was a very happy moment for us,
Yeah,
for me too.
absolutely. It was completely amazing. That was the first time I'd seen the ocean, first time swimming in the ocean.
Yeah,
What a beautiful adventure, and to overcome some of that adversity really helps you feel good that you can overcome any challenge for sure. So I have only one little last segment in mind,
sure,
and that was what was the most difficult moves that we did. Again, just to give you a little time, I will answer that question
sure,
first.
sure.
So I think the most difficult move that we did was the 3 loads in Shelburne. Um, Beautifully massive home, beautiful family.
Yeah, it's basically a
Um,
mansion
yeah,
with a giant shop with everything you could ever dream of to work on and
uh,
build,
yeah. They had a treadmill. Luckily, we didn't have to move the piano
or the entertainment system,
or the pool table.
the
Um,
theater.
because they sold it with the house, thankfully. But yeah, 3 loads, a basketball net, lots of wonderfully heavy furniture. We did 2 days, and there was a few points where it was like, whoa, I don't know if we can do this, and we persevered, got through it, and it's such a weight off your shoulders, literally, when you finish a move like that. How about you, Mike? What was you
That was a
already
doozy.
mentioned
That was a doozy.
the one out east that we the first long haul. Is there any other hard moves that you can think of that really stood out for you?
Well, I don't think it was very hard in a way. As there was a lot of logistics involved, but we did a move out to. We helped this beautiful family here in Barrie. There was 3 sisters, and they were all their mother had passed away, and they sold their house, and they were all moving to different parts of Ontario. Um, some to um, Sault Ste. Marie,
Mm-hmm.
one going to Sault Ste. Marie, one going to Manitoulin Island, and the other here in Barrie that we're doing this move this spring coming soon. But it was kind of neat the way it played out because we had a move booked for that day. So we were had a lot of moving around, and then right at the last minute, the day before, a gal called us from Toronto and wanted us to move her to Sault Ste. Marie on a last minute Hail Mary as her movers had canceled on her at the last minute. So we were able to um, utilize another company here in Barrie to do the small move that we had booked for the morning of that day. And then we put both loads, both loads going to Sault Ste. Marie, just by the grace of God or coincidence, both of them were going to Sault Ste. Marie. So we separated the truck in 2. We drove both moves out there, slept the night, woke up in the morning, delivered the first load perfectly with a happy client, then delivered the second load perfectly, and stayed headed home that night. Did we not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. That was a wonderful combination.
It's about a 7-hour drive up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about 7 hours. I think it was a little bit bad weather on the way
On
up,
the
so
way
I
up,
think it
yeah.
took a little bit longer because obviously you want to drive what the weather allows. But yeah, that was another nice opportunity for us being spiritual people. I want to say, God and Jesus really work with us, but otherwise you could say it was luck that helped coordinate and bring that all together. And we're so thankful. Out of all the moves we've done, I think the only thing we've broken was one piece of glass, and that's it. And we replaced it promptly, perfectly. So that's a pretty good record for a full year of moves. We must have done at least 50, 60 moves, I
Yeah, I
would
think
say.
more than that. The jobs included with
Yeah.
decluttering. We also do a declutter service, if sort of a fancy word for junk removal or whatever. But yeah, I think we did upwards of 70 or 80 jobs throughout the year.
Mhm.
So very thankful for that. Like, what a year! How exciting! Just to start in fresh into a business. I had never done anything in move before. Joseph had done it for a few years previous, so he had a little bit of a background indeed. But just for it all to take off and blossom like that, I like to say that Jesus definitely did have a hand in everything, and it just so many little things that came together over the years, and synchronicities and things that just let us know that we're on the right path, and that's why we have this labor of love, and we try so hard to, make it all work for our beloved clients. Like we really, sometimes these moving can be a little daunting for the clients. So we really aim to try to take that stress away and just make it sort of like a family engagement. We're in your house, we're moving all your belongings to your new beginnings, and we understand that and we value that, and we try our hardest to make it all come together for people. And I think that's really where we shine.
Yeah, absolutely. I can just think back to all the smiling faces, and we really treat people like family, and that means people treat us like family a lot of times, and it's fantastic to be able to work for people that personally. Recently we got feedback because I often do a namaste for people. Someone wanted to call us Zen movers, and I thought that was a pretty cool moment, because I don't mean to bring too much of that out. It's just who I am, so it comes out, and it really brings a calmness for people that they really appreciate, because some people get a little bit high strung when they're moving, but we help bring them back down, and a lot of people have been very thankful for that atmosphere, because it really helps them out.
We really have had the greatest clients, eh?
We've had the greatest clients, for sure.
Nothing but gratefulness and thank you to all you beautiful people that have helped us through this first year, and it really can't say it enough. It's just we really do have the best clients that we've come in contact with and made, so reached out and linked hands and stuff like that, and it's just beautiful to see it all coming together.
Absolutely. So I think we're probably over 15 minutes now.
Okay, all right.
Is there anything
we
else
wanted
you'd
to keep it short and sweet? No, I think we just wanted to say thank you, and just let everybody know that we're ready to work, and we do a great job, and we provide many services. We're not just a moving company. We also try to have the auctions going up and running very soon. We also do the declutter service if you want to open up a new space in your house and just have it in your minds and hearts that we take our best care in making sure these items that are going to donations, and if they're tired and they're broken, sometimes they have to go to the dump, but we do our hardest to make sure they go and try to find a new home if they have life left in them.
Yeah.
We also have a cleaner or two on staff if you need your house cleaned, like staged wise, or if you want your house cleaned after we move out, or your new place cleaned before you move in. These are all solutions that we provide too, along with our business. We're really trying to be like a kind of that one-stop shopping for everybody that's moving or downsizing. And
yeah, also painters is another one that we always have a painter around for us. So we love to work in combination of all these services. We've done at least one where we hit 3 of the 5 there. And I'm sure there's another one where we got pretty close to 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Between the declutter, the paint, the auction, and the move. Like
it really does come together nicely when it's all, the logistics are set up smoothly, and you get the place decluttered, you get it cleaned up, you get the move done, and everybody's it just really helps smooth the whole transition that can be a little bit daunting for people moving. We understand that, and we value that, and we take it to heart, and we do our best to make sure that you guys get in there safe and sound and happy, and nothing better than having that last handshake or hug, or seeing that gratefulness on both sides, from the thankful from our side of the business, and thank you from your side that we got you in there safe and sound, and now it's nothing but clear blue skies, moving on in.
Clear blue skies for everybody. Lots of love, and we're gonna let it go right here. So thank you very much for your time and support. Bye for now.
Thank you.